What's going on, everybody? Atomic here, bringing you back to my tutorial land. Now today we are in the Nether, and what we are going to be building is a fully automatic piglin bartering farm. Now this thing is awesome, and you can actually stack this or make it wider, whichever one you want to do, and it has some pretty good numbers on it. I don't know exact rates, but let's go ahead and look what we're going to need. So for this farm, we are going to need 4 chests, we'll need 3 hoppers, 2 solid building blocks, 1 piston, 13 pieces of glass, 1 carpet, 1 redstone torch, 1 lever, 1 wooden pressure plate. Make sure it's wooden. You can use any type of wood. I'm just going to use this one because we're in the Nether. You're going to need 1 button, a dropper, and your piglin. Other things you'll need to make this farm work is a name tag. Yeah, it's a random name. A piece of gold armor of your own, and maybe some gold. So let's grab this stuff and get it built. All right, so before we get this thing built, I'm going to kind of give y'all an example of why you're going to need this lever right here. If you look, if I throw this in there, all that gold is just going away. Now we need that piglin to go on top of this hopper, but if it keeps taking our gold, what are we gonna do? So the easiest way to do this is to grab this lever, place a lever right to the side of the hopper, and activate it. When you do that, it is now a locked hopper. So you see, I can throw all 6 of them pieces of gold directly on top of it. I just wanted to point that out before we started this farm. So let's get over here and get it built. All right, so you want to find your location. It can be anywhere as long as it's in the Nether. If you put it on the overworld, they will turn into zombies and this farm will not work. So what I like to do, I like to dig down 1 block. Now this is where it's going to be a little bit weird. You want to face your hopper, the first one, the opposite direction of where you want your chest at. So if I want my chest back here, I want my hopper facing that back wall. So we're gonna click that hopper into that, just like that. And if you see the arrow is facing that way. Next, I'm going to go ahead and place my carpet directly on top. Then we're gonna go over to the side of the hopper and we're gonna go ahead and lock this hopper. Just like that. Now this is locked. Next, what we're gonna go ahead and do is make the casing for this. So we'll start off covering up every single little area around it. You will eventually want to leave this open, so I'll kind of leave it open for right now. That way they can get in here. After you do that, the very back one, this is going to be our back, we want a solid block on that one. Then we want our glass and our glass. Now that we have this open and this is all too high, we're going to go ahead and get our piglin in there. So how you do that, if you don't know, is go ahead and grab, your gold. You can do this with a boat. You can actually pull them up here with the boat and break the boat and do the same procedure, but we're just going to do this. So there's our piglin. That's not the piglin we wanted, so I'm going to have to escort him off the property real quick. Come back here. All right, so I took him off the property. So we're gonna go ahead and try this again. All right, so here he is. We're going to throw that over there. He sees it. He wants that. We're gonna try to throw a couple more in there. And maybe push him a little bit. There we go. So now he is in there. He is going nowhere. And notice how it's still locked? We're gonna go ahead and take that out now. And it's not locked anymore. You can go ahead and fill that back in. So now he is in there. Next, what you're going to do is go to the back of this solid block and you're going to go ahead and place your redstone torch. Now, this button can go on either side, whatever side's more convenient for you, but we're going to go ahead and place our button right here. On top of this redstone torch, you're going to go ahead and place another solid block, just like that. Then you want to come to the front of the farm. On top of the solid block right there, you're going to go ahead and grab your dropper. and place your dropper on top of that with its mouth facing you. It's smiling because you got it right. Next, we're going to go ahead and grab our wooden pressure plate and place it right here. Next, what we're going to go ahead and do is put a block over top of him. But if you notice, you can't place one. That is where the piston comes in. What you want to do is build up 2 blocks. So that's 1 and 2, and then over 1. So there is a glass block directly over top of him. Just 1 over. And then you want to place a solid block, or, well, you want to place another temporary block directly on top of that glass. And then you want to place another temporary. Now, in between these 2 temporaries, now what we're going to do after we get these 3 blocks setting just like this, we're going to take out this temporary block right here. We are then going to place our piston facing down on top of this piece of glass. And we're going to go ahead and take our lever, button, whatever we want to do, and push that glass directly on top of him. You can remove the button, the piston, and the temporary block up there now. Now he is fully encased in here. Next, what you're going to do is find your area that you want to build down for the collection area. We're just going to go down right here is fine. Okay, so there is our hopper. Now you see the hopper is facing that way. Now we are going to take another hopper and face it towards the front, just like that. Now this hopper will be our first collection with our double chest right there. If you want to add more collection, which I do recommend, you place a double chest directly underneath it, then another hopper directly into that, and then just keep it going down. All right, so we are almost finished with this farm. This one's a very easy one, but very efficient. We now want to place our third hopper on the top of this with a double chest on top of this as well. This right here is where your gold is going to go into. Now, we have our gold in our offhand, so let's go ahead and put some in here. Now, you don't have to have this much gold for this farm to work, but you notice it's not immediately working. That's what we want. We're going to go ahead and encase this in so nothing will mess up and nothing will fall off. So we are going to place a block right there, another piece of glass right here, and then directly on top. So it's 2 up and 1 on the top. Now, after you have everything encased in your glass, you don't have to use glass. You can actually use solid blocks. I just like using glass because I can see it. We're going to go over here and we're going to hit the primer. As soon as you hit this button, the farm is going to start and it will not stop until you are out of gold. So, ready? We push it. Now, what happens is that gold is going to sit on top of that pressure plate and not let any more gold out until he picks it up. Notice how that light went off? Now watch. Lights on, lights off, and he's picking it up. So he's throwing it down, and if we did this collection right, everything should be going into this very bottom chest now. Just like that. So I built this one right before I built that, and this one's still going. Let's go ahead and see some of the rates on this one. Yeah, the rates are insane. I don't know the exact number on this. However, just imagine if y'all added a couple more of these. It would be insane. But that's going to do it for this episode, guys. If y'all have any questions about this farm and how to build it, leave us a comment. If you liked the video, be sure to leave a thumbs up. And if you're new, consider subscribing. Until next time, guys, I will see y'all later.